The restaurant was warm, but Daniel felt cold. He stood in line at a small diner in Texas, holding his 6-year-old daughter Lily's hand. The place smelled like fries and grilled burgers, but Daniel's stomach wasn't the only thing twisting. It was his wallet. He already knew what was inside, almost nothing. "Daddy, can I get fries too?" Lily asked softly, her big brown eyes glowing with hope. Daniel forced a smile. "Let's see, sweetheart." 3 months ago, Daniel had a steady construction job. He worked overtime, never complained, and always brought home groceries. But after the company downsized, everything collapsed. Savings ran out. Bills piled up. Rent was overdue. And tonight, after skipping meals for 2 days, he had promised Lily a special dinner. He hadn't checked the balance carefully. When it was finally his turn, the young cashier looked up and smiled. Her name tag read Emily. "Hi there. What can I get for you?" Daniel swallowed. One kid's meal and a small coffee. "That'll be $12.84. Daniel's heart sank. He opened his wallet slowly. 2 crumpled dollar bills. Some coins. Not even close. His ears burned. People were waiting behind him. I'm sorry," he muttered. "I think I miscalculated." Lily looked confused. "Daddy." Daniel's voice cracked. "We'll just go home." And that's when Emily noticed his hand shaking. Emily had seen customers in a rush. Angry customers. Rude customers. But she had never seen a father look so defeated. She noticed the way he avoided eye contact. The way the little girl held his hand tighter. "Sir," Emily said gently. "It's okay." Daniel shook his head. "No, it's not. I shouldn't have brought her here." Behind him, someone sighed impatiently. Emily leaned closer and lowered her voice. "Please wait here." Before Daniel could protest, she turned to the manager's office. A minute later, she came back, but instead of canceling the order, she placed the tray on the counter. 2 full meals, fries, drinks, even a small dessert. Daniel stared at it. "I can't pay for that," he said immediately. Emily smiled. "You already did." Daniel frowned. "What?" "I used my employee meal credit. And the rest is on me." Silence. Daniel felt something heavy rise in his chest. "No, I can't accept that." Emily looked him straight in the eyes. "Sir, my dad raised me alone too. I know that look." Daniel froze. Emily continued softly. "Some nights, strangers helped us. Tonight, let me be that stranger." Lily whispered, "Daddy, please." Daniel's pride battled with his reality. Then slowly, he nodded. "Thank you," he said, barely above a whisper. They sat down at a corner table. Lily smiled for the first time in days. Daniel tried to hold himself together. Across the counter, Emily pretended to organize napkins, but she kept glancing over. She wasn't done yet. After their meal, Daniel walked back to the counter. "I don't know how to repay you," he said. Emily hesitated. "Actually, maybe you can." Daniel looked surprised. "My college scholarship got delayed," she admitted quietly. "I work double shifts here, but I have a job interview tomorrow morning. I'm terrified." Daniel blinked. "What kind of job?" "Office assistant at a construction company downtown." Daniel almost laughed. "What company?" She said the name. Daniel's expression changed completely. That's my old company." Emily's eyes widened. "I worked there for 8 years," Daniel said slowly. "I know the hiring manager personally." For the first time, Emily looked nervous. "I'm not asking for favors," she said quickly. Daniel smiled, the first real smile of the night. "You already did me one." The next morning, Daniel made a phone call. Not to beg for his own job, but to recommend her. He told them about her work ethic, her character, her kindness. He didn't mention the dinner. 2 days later, Emily received a call. She got the job. Full-time. Better pay. Benefits. When she rushed to the diner to thank Daniel, the manager told her something shocking. "He hasn't been here in 2 days," the manager said. "Actually, he came in yesterday to drop off a letter for you." Emily opened it with trembling hands. Inside was a handwritten note. Emily, you reminded me that dignity isn't about money, it's about heart. I got a call today. They're rehiring a small team for a new project. I start Monday. Thank you for feeding my daughter. You didn't just buy dinner. You gave me hope. Daniel. Tears blurred her vision. But the story wasn't over yet. 3 months passed. Emily was thriving at her new job. Daniel was back on his feet, working harder than ever. One Friday afternoon, as Emily prepared to leave the office, she saw a familiar face near the entrance. Daniel. But he wasn't alone. He was holding Lily's hand again. Only this time. Lily was holding something too. A small envelope. They walked toward Emily. Daddy said we had to come, Lily said proudly. Daniel smiled. I owe someone dinner. Emily laughed softly. You don't owe me anything. Daniel shook his head. Yes, I do. He handed her a small card. Inside was a gift card to the diner, along with something else. A folded check. Emily's eyes widened. Daniel, this is too much. It's not charity, he said gently. It's gratitude. And investment. In what? In kindness. He continued, the company asked me to help with hiring interns this summer. I put your name forward for leadership training. Emily stared at him. You're serious. You earned it. Tears rolled down her cheeks. Lily suddenly hugged her. You saved our dinner, she said. Now we are saving yours. They all laughed. But what neither Daniel nor Emily realized was this. The restaurant manager had been watching that night when Emily paid for their meal. He had told the diner's owner. And the owner, impressed by her compassion, had quietly written a recommendation letter to the company as well. Kindness had moved in circles. What began as $12.84 turned into a job, a second chance, a promotion opportunity, a restored father's pride, a child's belief in humanity. That night, as Daniel tucked Lily into bed, she asked softly, Daddy, why did the girl help us? Daniel paused. Because sometimes, he said, the world sends angels, when we least expect them. And across town, Emily sat at a small desk, looking at the letter Daniel wrote. For the first time in months, she didn't feel afraid of the future, because she had learned something powerful. Kindness doesn't disappear. It multiplies.